Okay, Blue, I think we're recording. So, welcome back to the studio. It's been an eventful week. I couldn't record a show last night for reasons I'll don't have to elaborate on, but I'm gonna have to record it tonight. And so, welcome back. And another week has gone by. Some stuff has gotten done. I finally got the mechanical part done, I think. I've got good filtration in here. I've got my HVAC running. I've got, got my fresh air system operational. So I can actually light one of those. And I just might do that in a little bit here. But I think, let's get this going. There we go. So, lots been going on in the world. I don't know if I want to touch on too much of it, but you know what they say, beware the Ides of March. And yeah, I'm not sure what these guys are up to and what their plan is, but seems to be the global economy. I mean, look at the price of gas. I went by, it's like it's just going up and up and up and up and up. Who knows where it'll end, right? But we'll see. But we're going to stay off that topic here. Tonight, I guess I just want to just do a brief discussion as to where I am and what's happening. And since I can light those, I think I'm going to open one of these. I think I'm going to open that one. This one right here. It's kind of it's the most expensive one I've got. As you know, I've been collecting these whiskeys for quite a while, and my criteria is pretty simple. Every one of these bottles costs between 50 and 100 Canadian dollars. So they're affordable, but they're not like cheap whiskey. And I'm definitely not going to be drinking these on my own. There's no way. And this is why whiskey though? I'll be honest, I wasn't sure. I'm drawn to it. There's something about it that I really appreciate. I don't know. It's just the dedication required to produce one of these. The time, the delayed gratification. You don't even know what you got. It takes 12 years. You open the cask and it could be complete trash, right? But, the kind of effort required. I think that's what I really appreciate is the effort. And it's one of my, most appreciated aspects of anything is how much effort people put into things. I can't stand cheap, fast, easy crap. I don't know about you, but I think this is like pure distilled effort, and that's what I love about it. So this is not going to be a whiskey channel per se. This Piston Broke podcast thing I'm planning on doing here with you guys it's kind of an afterthought, to be honest. As I started building the studio, I was just wondering, like, what am I going to do with this thing? But there's a method to the madness. Some of you guys have asked me, why am I doing all this work and putting this effort and money and expense into this? There's a reason. I have this project I've been working on for 30 years at least that I'd like to finally bring to fruition, right? But before we do that, why don't we get one of these opened up? Huh? Should we go for this guy? I've never opened one of these, so I don't know. It comes with I think it's like a wine bottle. You sort of just peel this thing off. Okay, let's get this off of here. Oh, it broke. Okay, let's get that off of there. Oh, for God's sakes. Where's the knife? Okay, get off of there. Sorry for the little delay in the show here while I get the whiskey opened up. Right. Oh, look at that. A cork. Holy moly. Okay. I got to get better glasses. I went through the cupboard. Everything is just... I got some wine glasses. I'll get proper glasses for us, guys. Like, we're not drinking out of little stupid plastic cups. Okay. Let's get that cork back on there. Here, Blue, you watch the whiskey for me. Oh, say hi, Blue. Blue says hi. All right, here it goes. What is this? Oh my, it's it smells like, yeah, there's like fruit, like apples or Yeah, it's like orchard fruit. I'm going to go for the first sip, guys. I've never tried something like this stuff, and I'm more of a Jameson drinker, but I have had some nice stuff. When I visit my brother, he's a real connoisseur, and but he's more of a tequila guy. So, but he's got really good taste in spirits. So, oh my God, holy crap, that's that is really, really good. Whoa. Look, if I invite you guys on the show, you're in for a real treat. We're going to try all of these slowly over the course of the next, however long it takes, right? But that's kind of our thing, guys. But I've got the air filtration system running as well. So, you know what that means? I can actually light this. Let's see. I gotta get one of those little cutter things. So I gotta get a sharper knife. Okay. I'm just gonna turn the air filtration system up. Okay. I mean, it's pretty quiet in here. Unfortunately, there's no way around the air. Like, I don't hear none of the fans. I got like 1,200 CFM running in here easily right now. And you don't hear the fans, but I do hear the air coming through that filter. There's no way around that. Apparently, I could filter that out, filter the filter noise out with some kind of editing, and I'll have to figure out how to do that. So hopefully it's not too annoying. But let's get this lit. Let's see what we got. Let's see if the air filtration system works. This is the first time I'm trying it, right? Okay. What is this? Partagas. Okay. That's not too bad. Goes with the whiskey really well. Oh, man. Okay, I gotta cut it out with that. I know some of you guys have a tough relationship with booze. I mean, I kind of, in a roundabout way, do too. I mean, this stuff destroyed my father's life. Destroyed it. Destroyed his family. Destroyed his professional life. Destroyed every aspect. His financial life. Everything. So, my wife's a little concerned. Don't worry. I don't have the problem he had, okay? I just don't. And I'm not drinking these by myself. And we're not going to go nuts. We're just going to try a little bit of each one. And, I think it's, it's going to be all right. But what's the point of the Auspicious Vertigo channel? As you guys know, that's the name of the old band. And I don't know if you've ever put enormous effort into something. Time, energy, money, for it all just to amount to literally nothing. And I wouldn't trade those years for anything. I mean, nothing beats sitting in a room with your bros just pounding out some really cool tunes, right? And it was a great experience. But I wasn't a rock star, nor was Ing, the drummer. This is the first time I'm actually mentioning Ing, and I'll send you the video, Ing. But me and Ing were the rhythm section. I played the bass, he played the drums, and we had a guy who had all the potential in the world to be a literal rock star, Adam. Adam was a very unique guy, very different, very unusual, but he couldn't keep it together. He was a different kind of character, guys. He was one of those dudes that, just had a difficult time adjusting to, I guess, normal reality. Holy crap, that's good. Sorry to you alcoholics. It tastes like garbage. I can't. But to the rest of you guys, oh man. But Adam just couldn't keep it together, and he would self-medicate with all sorts of different chemicals, and it just, the band was going nowhere, absolutely nowhere. And I don't know if you've ever been in a real transition period in your life where something you've put effort into is just falling apart. Well, I was in that place, and all of my stuff just got stolen by this dickhead drummer guy, Dave. He took our rent money. We were like, he was kind of the house we were living in. This guy took the rent money, snorted it, or did whatever he wanted to do with it, and didn't pay the rent, so we were all evicted. So now we got to move out in the morning. I'm in this unusual state. The band's over. That's crystal clear. And by morning, I'm going to walk out of that house with my guitar, a little duffel bag with my crappy clothes in it that I ended up literally throwing away. And within a few weeks, actually, of that day, I became an electrician. I just wanted I guess a big change, right? But that night, something really odd happened. I was lying in bed, and a thing kind of took form. It was a flash. I don't know if you've ever had one of these flashes, but it was a start to finish flash of something, a complete piece of art. I don't even know what to call it. I've been calling it a rock opera my entire life. It's a rock opera I call The Little Gingerbread Man. And that's why I'm building the studio, because I want to bring The Little Gingerbread Man to total fruition here, guys. It's a story told to music, and it's an interesting tale. And interesting. The thing about it is it keeps drifting back into my life. When my daughter was 2 turning 3, my mother died. And then not a few months later, my wife's father died in a plane crash. He was flying a little plane, and awesome guy. I never really got to know Josh that well, but I loved him, and I thought he was just an amazing grandfather, right? And just gone in a flash. I don't know, it was mechanical failure or a bit of mechanical failure, a bit of pilot error. I don't know the exact details of why the plane went down, but it went down with him and his girlfriend in it. And now I've got this little girl, she's 3, and I'm trying to explain to her what happened to Grandma, what happened to Grandpa Josh, and the Little Gingerbread Man came back as a story. It's strange, but I started just telling this story, and I think it was an interesting way to talk to a 3-year-old about this topic. But beyond that, it's got a musical score, it's got a story, and I've been figuring out how to present it properly. And that's why I'm building the studio the way I'm building it, guys. I'm actually going to be doing The Little Gingerbread Man on Blue's channel, the channel that I've already set up for him, right? So Blue's going to have his own channel, and we're going to be doing stuff on Blue's channel, at least children's stuff, right? And this story is a children's story, but it's like any good children's story. If it can only be enjoyed by children, it's not a good story. Most of my family knows bits and pieces of it, right? They've never seen it all kind of together, especially with the music and like the different ways that I sort of take these children through an adventure. And basically that's what it is. It's 2 children. I take them on a really wild adventure in a really ancient old landscape, and it's just all the enchantment of like the world unfolding in front of them, right? And it takes place in the Adriatic coast in Dalmatia, but that's not all. It's sort of they're discovering some family secrets of this place, right? And it ultimately ends in this really neat treasure hunt. And that's why I think it's such a neat story for kids, right? Because there is this like kind of really cool treasure hunt, and then there's this like unfolding mystery, and no one alive that can tell them what's going on except one old guy who's very reclusive. But we'll get to that. And that's why I'm building the studio the way I'm building it. And that's why I'm putting all this effort into this and doing all of like this, the air, the sound treatments, everything, right? And I can't wait to start to present that to you guys. But that's going to probably happen starting on November 2nd this year. On my birthday, I'd like to do the first episode of The Little Gingerbread Man. And that's kind of what I'm shooting for. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm going to have a studio. I'm having it built properly. So, there's no reason we can't get the Piston Broke podcast thing going on the Auspicious Vertigo channel right away. And I'm going to start sending this out to some of you guys. You're invited formally to come sample some of these with me. And we're just going to chat. We're going to talk about life. And we'll try to just, do a good job of it. I mean, there's a reason I sort of selected whiskey. These companies they got deep pockets. I'm just going to say it point blank. If we do a good job and represent their beverages well, and like I said, there's so many on that liquor store shelf, you just pass by them. It's just too many to pick. I don't want to turn on those YouTube advertisements. I don't know what your experience is with those, but mine is terrible. I keep seeing this like goofy Tai Chi AI guy or those bear skin hoodie things. Like, I'm not interested in that stuff, which is what I don't understand about Google. Like, how do they not know what I'm interested in? Like, the ads are so ill targeted, at least the ones they keep showing me. They must be doing it on purpose. Maybe I'm too hard to pigeonhole, so they're just going to annoy me so that I buy the premium subscription. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're doing, but I don't know what your mileage has been like, but mine has been terrible with those Google ads. So I don't know if I want to turn that stuff on, but I do got to find a way to make this a sustainable venture. I mean, I'm putting lots of money, time, and energy into it. Not that, I would be doing this for free anyway. But like I said, these companies have put a lot of effort into what they've done, and some of them just need to have people try it, and I'm more than happy to help them do that, right? So let's look, when I invite you on the show, you don't have to lie, you don't have to do anything. I just want you to be yourself and tell the truth. When you try something, just tell us what you think of it, period. That's it. That's all I ask of you, right? And hopefully some of these producers just need to reach a bigger audience, and perhaps we can, if I build the show well, we can offer them that, and then I don't have to turn on those stupid ads. Okay, so time's up. I'll be back next week. I got a little plumbing to do. I got to tweak the fresh air system a little bit, and then I can get to the fun stuff where we start to actually turn this studio into something really special. And you guys are going to love what I've got in mind here. I've got all the parts sitting around here ready to go. And let's just get them up on the wall and get them doing what they're supposed to be doing. All right. Good night. God bless. And let's hope that next week a miracle happens and these guys figure it out. Oh, miracles, by the way. An addendum to last week's counterfeit pill thing. So I'm almost certain now that I was given counterfeit pills because the replacement pills she gave me, the 2-week supply, my headaches are gone. They're back under control, and I'm back down to 4 pills a day to control them. So I don't know what to do with that knowledge, but that's scary. Thinking how many people are depending on certain medications to control health conditions, and then these counterfeit things are out there. Stay tuned, but I'll have more information on that next week. I'm taking the pills back to the pharmacist, and I've told her I really need to know what the facts are here and the details. So hopefully she's upfront and she gives me that information. Take care. See you next week.